Welcome everybody to another edition of Midlife Crisis. I'm your host, Leo. So today we're not talking about the Corvette. Today we're talking about projects around the house, right? Because if you're in your midlife, you remember what it is to work with your hands. Not, I'm going to pay somebody else to do my shit for me. All right? So let's get to it, okay? My dad passed away April 6, 2023. So just a few months ago. And in order for me to deal with it, I'm planting him a tree, but not just any tree. See, my dad was 5'4". He looked like Danny DeVito's twin. So I can't go planting a red oak that's going to be 50 feet tall or something. You know what I mean? So I planted him a Japanese red maple. It's going to be 10 feet tall, 12 feet wide, red all the time. You see the nice trunk. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to look kind of like a giant mushroom in red. It's going to be beautiful, especially since if you look behind me, that's my backyard. A lot of green, guys, a lot of green. So I'm trying to add some color. Okay? Got to be diverse. So I had to rent a mini excavator because in my town, you dig 2 inches and you hit a rock. So I rented a mini excavator. I used that for a day, and that was pretty expensive. Luckily, I got the truck. I can go rent it, tow it home, use it, tow it back. I used it. Behind me, there's 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. Those were cherry trees, but they were dead. They were completely dead. So since I had the mini excavator here, I went ahead and I moved it. Okay, so. And then also back here, right about there, I have a huge pile of mulch, right? So I mow my lawn. It takes me like 2 hours with a riding mower. And I just dump all the clippings back there. So what I did is I pushed that back. It's still my property. I'm not infringing on anybody's property. I don't condone that. I don't want anybody doing that. That's bad. Be nice to your neighbors. My neighbors are awesome. Okay, so we get along famously. We invite each other to all our events. So what we're doing here is, you'll see, I got the truck, right? Got my Ram. I went and rented a dump trailer, and I got 8 tons. That's right, 8 tons of crushed stone to go in this area. So I haven't spread it yet. There's gonna be a lot of work for me still, but let's review here, shall we? Look, you see this, guys? See all that? That's all the work I got going for me. Got the piles and piles of stone. There's the little tree. The tree on the other side has a stone bench so that I can sit there and talk to the tree, which represents my dad. The stone hare, which is a large bunny, represents what my dad used to hunt back in Argentina. So before we came from Argentina to America, I was 5 years old when we migrated to this country. My dad used to go hunting for large rabbit, right? So that represents my dad, the stone hare. And the tree is small right now. It's only 3.5, 4 feet tall. It's going to get more than double its size. It's going to fill out. It's going to look gorgeous. Trust me, just Google Japanese red maple. It's going to be beautiful once it grows in 2-3 years to the full size. We're going to have some beautiful family pictures. But right now, I just did this big project. I'm not even done. So now I'm on day 3, guys. Day 3. It took 1.5 days roughly with the excavator and prepping. Okay, so it was a day of excavator, and then it started like Tuesday night. I started with the excavator Tuesday late afternoon, finished Wednesday morning, went all day Wednesday with planting the tree, setting up the stone bench, stone hare, and putting out all this fabric behind me. The fabric is weed control, okay? So you have to put weed control fabric down, and then you can put the crushed stone on top, and that'll help mitigate the weeds. Weeds are still going to grow, guys. They're a pain in the butt. They're weeds for a reason, okay? So let's go over this project real quick, right? I needed the mini excavator to clear the land. Cleared the land. Dug a hole. Then I planted the tree. I set up the tree just the way I wanted it, at the right angle. And then I had soil I bought at my local home supply store. No, it wasn't Home Depot. But I read what you guys did to Tyrese. Okay? So look, I'm a Fast and Furious fan. You can't mess with him. Can't mess with him, okay? So anyways, went to a different competitor. They're blue. Won't say it. But anyways, got all this fabric, laid it out, spread it, nailed it down, right? You buy these like U-shaped pinches, right? So you clear the land, dig the hole, plant the tree, lay down the fabric, right? And to hold down the fabric, you're going to use these U-shaped pins. They're right next to the fabric. You can buy them in 25, 75, or 500 pack. Talk about a jump, right? Good thing I grabbed the 75 thinking I'm going to have extra. I barely made it, okay? I needed more, but not 500. So just to give you the heads up, this area is about 60 feet wide. At one spot, it's about 20 feet deep. In another spot, it's about 15 feet deep. Okay, so it's a little bit of a variation. I'm going to put a contoured edge so that way my mower deck can go over the edge and not actually go over the rock. That way, I don't mess things up when I'm mowing, and I don't have to weed whack, because I can't weed whack. Who made these weed whackers? Unless you're 5 feet tall, you're going to be hunched over like the humpback of Notre Dame. Okay, you're going to blow your back out every time you have to weed whack. I hate weed whacking, so I'm making my property to a state where I don't weed whack. Now, it's a lot of work, but I'm doing it now while I can still move. That way, when I get older and I can't move, all I got to do is sit on my mower and go and mow the lawn. Duh. All right, so look, while you can still move, okay, because as we get older, we can move less and less, I suggest you start prepping your properties so that you got less work, whatever it may entail. If it means doing something to make it so you don't have to weed whack, then go ahead. If it means doing something so you don't have to trim the bushes, go ahead. If it means that you're so rich, you can just pay somebody else and you don't have to worry about it, God bless you. I wish I was you, but I'm not. I'm me. So I got to do what I got to do. Okay, so this is part one. This is how it looks, okay? Let's go over it again real quick. Level the land. Plant your tree. Put down the fabric first. Then you can put your bench and any ornaments you want. And then you put down the crushed stone. The reason you put down this bench and any ornaments you want first before the stone is so that you can make them flat and leveled, okay? Make sure you got them sturdy. That way you put stone around them and they won't topple over. If I were to put crushed stone down and then put that bunny on top of it, one big wind gust, boop, it's going to blow over and I'm going to break an ear off. And that ain't going to be good. I ain't going to be happy because it represents my father, okay? My dad was my superhero. So if you like this video, if you found it at all helpful, hit like, hit subscribe. But most importantly, leave a comment. Tell me, how do you deal with the passing of a loved one? I deal with it by representing them in my own way and doing labor the way my father taught me. Okay, my dad taught me that with hard work and determination, anything is possible. Okay? My parents came to America when I was 5 years old. They left a country they could speak their own native language, okay? Came to a country they couldn't speak anything. With their example of their hard work, their determination, their drive, both my mom and my dad, we got ahead in life, okay? And that just motivated me. I remember coming to this country having 2 pairs of pants my mom made me. My mom can sew, okay? She made those 2 pairs of pants. I couldn't speak English. I was made fun of in kindergarten, and I didn't know what to do. And I came from El Barrio, okay? And Mar del Plata, down just south of Buenos Aires, okay? In a rough neighborhood in Argentina. Someone picks on you, you just knock them out. Well, what happens when you're in kindergarten? Yeah, that's how quick you get tough, okay? And some kids make fun of you. You don't know what they're saying, but when they're pointing and laughing, you know they're making fun of you. You can't defend yourself verbally, so you just knock them out, because that's what you were brought up with, right? I got in a lot of trouble. So don't get into fights. But we went through a lot of hardships, and now I am blessed. I never imagined I'd own a house. Never mind being on my second home. I sold the first one to buy the second one, okay? It was a starter home. And bought this house. Now, don't get me wrong. Did a lot of sweat equity. I don't know if the camera's picking it up right now, but I'm sweating my brains out, okay? Here is the tree. There's the bunny. Okay, there's the bench. And what we did is, at the funeral home, we asked the funeral director, we as in my siblings and I, asked the funeral director to please snip some of my dad's hair and give it to us in a little envelope. So when I buried the tree, I buried some of my dad's hair, okay, to represent my dad in essence. And I really miss him. So till next time, next video, I'll show you the finished product. And hopefully you like it. Hopefully it comes out good. Be nice to one another. Don't forget to leave a comment. Take care. This is Leo.